Libra, welcome in. It worked out well that, I was doing air signs and just so happened that you guys are last cab off the rank. But I think no one could have taken it better, really. Beautiful, patient Libra. I hope this finds you well. I've pulled some cards prior to starting recording to save me a bit of time and to be able to meditate on them a bit and get a feel for what's been going on for you, Libra. And hopefully there's a message in here for you. Maybe you've been drawn here by the title, or maybe you were like, oh my God, who's that chick in her pajamas? Surely she couldn't have anything appropriate to say, but let's see, maybe I do. Right now, Libra, I feel like whoever I'm connecting with, it's you've come to a point where you are starting to see things differently. Now, I feel like you've kind of been feeling like you're in a bit of a matrix right now, probably with everywhere you turn, you're not sort of trusting. Libra is that sign that can often be, able to have that ability to see both sides of situations, can also cause some hesitation with making decisions and not wanting to tread on people's toes or hurt others' feelings. But I feel like who I'm connecting with right now is actually been starting to wake up. This could be you going through your own spiritual awakening. We've got the illusion card here. Now, the illusion card does represent that labyrinth and the coming and going of everything leading back to itself, which is a representation of everything leading back to yourself. It can also be, things that appeared to be good are actually not so. Some might say the smiling assassin. So you could have found yourself in a space of complacency, Libra. A space where, what once felt okay and what once you turned a blind eye to, you're not really buying anymore. The truth card is also turned up here. You're beginning to see the truth in every aspect of your life, not only in your surroundings, but within yourself as well. As you can see here with the truth card, he's really removing that mask. And that mask can not only represent like removing that ego and being able to have that ability to self-reflect, but also dropping that mask of if there's ever been times of, feeling like you've got to be on or be a certain way around certain groups. You are heading to a space where you're no longer feeling like you're able to do that. You're stepping more into an alignment of being more yourself. And calling out those who are not, or making those rather who are not uncomfortable. Clear quartz could be of great benefit to you right now. Clear quartz is a very all-rounder stone and crystal that can really clear a lot. I've got a beautiful little clear quartz here. It's my pendulum, actually, which for you guys, being that you are hard at making decisions at the best of times, we may pull this out if we have time, as I'm trying to keep these a little bit more concise. Now, the Devil's card. These are the nature crystal spirits, awakened nature beings. I'm not really sure how to define them. But they're trying to connect with you right now. You could find yourself feeling drawn to creating a little garden at home yourself, spending more time out in nature, noticing things in nature. You could have been a child that was really into fantasy and fairy tales, and I'm getting the enchanted wood. And maybe, of late, with everything that's been going on for you, coming back to yourself is also coming back to those parts of yourself that, maybe people have told you are silly or you're too old to believe in that type of thing. But fairies are fucking real, man. I believe in them. And the devas want you to know and want you to connect with them right now. So maybe creating a nice little space for yourself to invite them in could be something beneficial. Now, I don't think that's something that you've previously maybe been open to hearing, Libra. You could be someone that's previously had one foot in, one foot out of your spirituality, or admitting that you have spirituality within you. The illusions, I feel, have really shown a presence in your place of work. Now, previously, your place of work could have been something that really brought you a lot of joy. And you were someone that was very open in the workplace. Maybe someone that people trust and come to often, probably due to your diplomatic nature. Your cups previously felt quite full where you are, until it didn't. Now, I'm not sure what's occurred there, but I feel like around the time of the full moon, maybe potentially there has been some secrets that have come to light, or some secrets that you have exposed. It's like you've become quite tired of what's been going on for you at work, I feel. Tired, defensive, and just like depleted more than anything. The wounded warrior. You've probably, been in this workplace for quite some time and built yourself quite the reputation, as well as like everything that you know about the job. And you're not willing to go down without a fight. And also willing to protect what is yours. Maybe you have a small team behind you that have appeared to be quite supportive. However, the cracks are starting to show. And I clarified the moon card, and it was clarified by the moon card in reverse. So I found that quite interesting. You could be dealing with a Pisces, or even a Cancer, a water sign. So we do have the Queen of Cups here, and I initially took that as maybe your energy within the workplace. But in saying that, it could also be someone that you've previously put a lot of trust in at work. She's got her arms up like, I wouldn't tell a soul. The Nine of Wands also represents the sign of Sagittarius. So this could have been someone that you've, something could have happened at a work do even. Or this is someone that you related well with, maybe had after work drinks together. Someone that you've connected with anyway and have put a lot of faith and trust in. But you're kind of feeling a little bit tired of the way they communicate. Maybe they have been quite secretive, where previously they have been open with you. And these secrets have shown two different sides to not only the workplace, but also to the people you work with. And you're beginning to not know who to trust. Now, you want to be in a place where there's equal give and take, collaboration, And maybe this place previously has brought that for you. Very Libran card with the Six of Pentacles showing up here. I get this more as a, like, you've been doing a lot of giving. You've been feeding into this and putting a lot of time, energy, maybe even some of your own resources into whatever this venture has been. There could be a male CEO or male boss who, you know, in particular, you've probably given a lot of advice, been a soundboard for. And now it doesn't have to be male. It's just the fact that there's a male in this card. Really, these readings are not gender specific. However, like, put yourself where you go. This could be something that's happening around you. But I'm sort of feeling like you could also be this individual sitting down on the ground that sort of stays out of things but overhears everything. And maybe you have overheard some secrets, or you turned a blind eye to a love affair that could have been going on in a workplace. But maybe this love affair, if that is what it was, it could have been just a collaboration, a little side venture that's began between the boss and someone else that you knew of. But with this red wool here, like, you felt a bit of a connected to, even though you didn't want to be entwined in it. Maybe you were asked to, oh, here, like, I've given you a little bonus this week because you're keeping this secret for me. And you took the bait, basically. Or you didn't realize what you were taking until you did. Now, you have shown up here in this reading, Libra, with the Justice card. However, it did come out in reverse. And that does speak of, like, that karmic justice. And, you know, rather than taking from it the bad side of karma in, like, oh my God, this is terrible, you're really being able to see, like, look at the karma as it is and, like, it doesn't really sound right, but what I'm getting at is, like, the karmic situation that was the circumstances that led to you feeling like you don't want to be in this anymore, and you're able to take from that and be like, I don't want that in my future. Now, the reason I say take from is because these two cards here were clarified with the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords. Now, both these cards represent walking away, moving on to something else. Like the swords, like you mentally, like you've left the situation and you don't want to be there. And you want to take care of, you know, maybe you've got family to take care of at home that you need to put first. You've got children. And being in this type of thing is not stable for you. Emotionally, you've given everything that you could, and you've taken your cup and been like, I can't. I'm not fulfilled. You don't actually even deserve my time. Moon representation up here again. The universe has come in here too with the Chariot, so I do definitely see you moving on from this. After a period of stagnancy, like the Truth and the Illusion card also represent that, like the longing of something more. I'm getting strongly that it could have potentially been you that shined light and found it within you, within yourself, to shine light on what was going on and make everyone aware. You could have Virgo or Leo in your chart, or you could be dealing with either sign. You felt like you were sort of weighing up your options for this for quite some time. You probably sat on it for a while, and there was that connection. Well, I've been here for so long. I've been here for a long time. Like, it's all I've really known in my adult life, potentially. Either that, or you were the one who was being juggled, and maybe you'd caught wind of your position being jeopardized as well. There's quite a few things that are coming through here. The situation itself, like, I thought this was quite interesting, clarifying why was this in reverse, and clarified by the devil, again, representing that karmic type situation, something that you felt bound to and obligated to be stuck in for quite some time. Moon card, again, in the reverse. So you could be getting a lot of intuitive hits about this. Like, this was a real trust your gut situation. This probably caused you a lot of sleepless nights, but this is done. Like, this is done. Like, I think there has been a strong betrayal within this situation, whether that be against you or maybe you've been looked at as the betrayer based on the fact that you have exposed this shit. And it's probably caused a lot of hurt regardless. There's been a real disruption, but this is over. Like, this is over for you. Maybe a company's gone into liquidation. OVAH. Over. I do know how to spell over, guys. I'm just a Kath and Kim fan. But yeah, to support you through this, Libra, coming back to that connecting with the diva spirits, like coming back to that own inner voice, and leaving this has probably created a lot of space for you to actually sort of sit and look at every aspect of your life. Am I authentic? Am I being my authentic self? Maybe that's something that you've never looked at. Maybe it's something that was squashed down at a very young age. Or you've been putting others before you for too long. Oh, hello. It's my cat. So we've got the bush iris that's come up. Maybe you might like to get some seedlings to plant and attract in the beautiful diva energy. But this does suggest to learn to listen to and accept the wisdom of your inner voice, which is basically what I've been seeing. It's Australian native plant, and it flowers in spring and summer. Blue-purple flowers fall quickly. This rapid procession of flowering and falling, living and dying continues for months. The essence of bush iris can help you in the face of death. There has been a death here, like something is definitely over. I do hope that hasn't been physical death for Libra or any of Libra's associates. So you can use this bush iris to meditate on, and it will help open up your psychic channels of communication, and you'll readily be able to connect more with spirit. So based on the fact that you are dropping the mask, you're seeing the illusion within your reality, you could be stepping more into a spiritual path. We've got the Om here. Now, you may or may not be familiar with Om. Most people are. Maybe you've recently been at a class, and when that was happening, you sort of sat round wanting to participate, but also a little bit held back within yourself. Now, the Om, it does vibrate at the 432 hertz, which is a very healing vibration. You might want to check that out on Spotify or YouTube. Have a listen to that. Meditate on that vibration, because it's going to encourage a lot of healing within you, especially if you have been experiencing something quite tragic or, an ending of a cycle within your life. We've also had the Shoshin, which has come up, and that's again to do with Zen Buddhism. And can you approach everything with the same mindset as a beginner? That, to me, is really dropping that truth card, dropping the mask, and dropping the ego in the sense that we know everything. And whether, you have an ability to see both sides of things or not, that doesn't always mean we know everything. In fact, personally, and I know a lot could agree with this, the further you go on your path, the further you go in life, the more we realize we actually know nothing. We know nothing. We're continually learning and absorbing and evolving. And after this period of stagnancy for you, I feel like you will be more drawn and receptive to new ways of looking at things, because this was hurtful. Where's that bloody 10? This was painful for you, whatever has gone on here. You've probably had to let people go who you thought were friends or family members. And you've had to really, take a look at yourself and tame your own inner darkness and anger. And that can be a very Libran thing, to be quite passive, because they are so, what's the word that I want right now? Considering of others. And that can come to a point where you're actually not speaking your own truth. And so that passive aggressiveness comes out. Libra is opposite Aries on the zodiac wheel. And one thing that I have read along my astrology study along the way is that every Libra is just a little kind of version of Aries, really. And I mean that with no malice towards the Aries. I have Aries in my own chart quite strongly. But in saying that, I have Aries on the ascendant, and I can be quite reactive at times. And that's something that I'm learning to harness within myself. And so where Aries can be quite open and forthright in their feelings, Libra, on the other hand, are, in substance, quite passive. So maybe you're learning how to talk it out a bit more. And talk it out to your own truth. Not worrying about what other people are going to think. And I think that's going to be really important on your path forward, Libra. I hope that some of this resonated, and I hope that maybe this is either, it could be predictive, or it could have passed, or it could be happening right now for you. But either way, you are moving on from the drama, from the crap. And you are in a place of being able to see the error of your own ways, and you're open to new ways of thinking. So I wish you the best with that. If you like the way that I read, Libra, come back and join again. Hit me a like, share, subscribe, or comment. I'd be interested to know if you got anything from this. Sending you my love.